Hello everyone, this is the past paper from the form test last year 2023 to 2024, and in this video I'm going to have the demonstration of doing the multiple choices of this paper. So hopefully this will help you in the exam, in the form test. So let's go through the first question together. So the first question is, which of the following character encoding system can represent the character A? So first of all, you need to recognize this is an English letter. And in the encoding system, so far we have learned we have ASCII, we have Big 5, we have GB, and we have Unicode, right? So you know the uniqueness of each of them. That means this is for the English letter, this is for the traditional Chinese, this is for the simplified Chinese characters, and this is for all language, right? You have learned about this, but this is tricky because for ASCII, you can have English letter, but for these, they also can represent English letter. Because English letter is the most basic character for computer. Just think about the keyboard, right? In the keyboard, even you are typing the Chinese characters, you can also type the English letter, because for Big 5, for GB, for any kind of encoding system, they always allow you to have English letter. So for this question, the answer definitely will be D. So next question, we have the same situation, so maybe I can just skip for, maybe I can go through one by one to tell you why they are wrong sentence. So this question is asking you about the statements for the Unicode. A, it does not support emojis. It is wrong because emoji is also a kind of text. For B, the size of a character in Unicode must be 4 bytes, which is wrong because it is 1 to 4 bytes. It can be varied. For C, it is right because you support all language, and then for D, it is wrong. Next, we have Peter, number 3. Peter is transferring his video files to a hard disk. Which of the following file formats should he use for the videos such that he can store as many videos as he can? So the keyword here is as many videos as he can. That means he wants to be having a smaller file size. You have to look at this. And the second important point is it is a video file. So these two items will help you to find out which one is the best choice. So first, A, AVI, this is uncompressed file format, so it will be very big, no. And then B, MP3 is the audio file, so we are talking about video, so it is wrong. So the answer should be C. And finally, BMP is an image file format, so we do not have BMP in this question. So question number 4. So images statements, which one is correct? So we also can work it one by one. So BMP support animation, which is wrong because only GIF, GIF supports animation. And then option number B, GIF can support up to 24 color depth. You can check from the book, it is 8 bits, not 24 bits. Question number C, PNG supports lossless compression, which is correct. And then last but not least, JPG supports transparency, which is wrong. For transparency, we have only GIF and PNG do support. So answer C. Question number 5, which of the following statements about the image below is true? So from this image, you can see many little squares here. So most likely, this is a bitmap image. But for option number A, it says it must be a bitmap image, must be means 100%. So in this case, I cannot say 100% sure, because for vector image, if you still remember, it is a kind of using the mask pattern to make the images, okay? So here, mask pattern including squares. So you cannot say that, because you can see big squares, it is bitmap. Because for vector image, you can also create squares pictures. So A is not right. B, it must be a vector image, so this is wrong, because if it is a bitmap image, when you do the enlargement, you will see it is still squares. So number C, it has color depth over 1 bit, which is right, because when we say for 1 bit color depth, it means that we have 2 to the power of 1 different colors. And for this image, definitely, you can see not only black or white, but you can see different colors. For example, orange, yellow, green. So in this case, we should have over 1 bit of color depth. And D, you do not know about the file format, so you do not have this choice. Next, question number 6. Which statement is correct? Number 1, filtering is used to select and display records meeting user criteria, which is right, because this is what the filtering do. 2, filtering is a kind of sorting method, which is wrong, because they are 2 different things. For filtering, you are going to look at only a few records with your criteria, but for sorting, you will always keep all the records. You just care about the rearrangement of the order. So it is wrong. So number 3, the records filter out will be deleted automatically, which is wrong, because we are not deleting the records, but you are hiding the records. You are hiding the records. So once you have removed the filter button or filtering things, you will see the records coming back, okay, coming back in your spreadsheet. So the answer should be A. Question number 7. So which of the formula will give a result of HELL? So first function, LEFT, from the left, we take the first 4 letters. That means from left, taking the first 4 characters. So in this case, you have HELL, which is right. And then 2, meet, and then hello world for 1. So this for 1 means start from the 4th position or place, we call it place. We take 1 character from it. Okay, so for this case, HELL, we start from number 4, we will have L as the result, so this is wrong. And number 3 is wrong, because this is a mass operator, and mass operator shouldn't be used for text, so this is wrong. Answer A. Question number 8, we have the mass function int, which is round down the number. So round down means no matter how big is the next number digit, you will always make the whole number to become the smaller one. So here we have 3.48. After round down, you will have 3. So this will be the result of 3. So this is correct. And then this is round off. You round off to the nearest 0 decimal places, and for this case, what you mean by 0 decimal places is the same meaning as the integer. So you round off to the nearest nearest integer. So for this case, you will also get a 3. Finally, we have ABS, which is wrong, because ABS means absolute value. which means that you make the number positive. So for example, if I have equal ABS -1, the result will be 1. And for the positive number, if you have ABS 12, you will keep the number 12. So for this case, it will be 3.48, so it is wrong. The answer should be C. Next, question number 9, you need to change a little bit because VLOOKUP we are not going to test you, and also in the DSE. But in XLOOKUP, we are going to do the same thing. In XLOOKUP, we are going to test you. So let's do it in a different way. I think this question, the answer should be C, right? So that means they want to do something like, oh, I see 2010, you tell me 1400, something like that. So let's write about this XLOOKUP. Equal XLOOKUP. Okay, maybe I'm searching 2010, the same thing. But in the XLOOKUP, we are going to find out, this 2010 is related to the column A. Let's call it A2 to A4. Okay, and then once I'm looking up something in A2 to A4, I found 2010, and the corresponding value is 1400 in this column C. So in this case, I need to prepare for my column C, comma, column C2 to C4, so that you will have the same result. So this is the XLOOKUP. Question number 10. So this is a SUMIF function. They are checking if you find out in P2 to P8 it is a Y, you need to add the corresponding value in the column Q. So in this case, let's count how many Y are there. So this is a Y, this is a Y, this is a Y, this is a Y. So I'm going to sum these all values. 20 plus 15 plus 5 plus 10. So the answer should be boy. So question 11. So here you have the formula in B2. They are going to do the copy and paste, and then the pasted item will be located in C4. So you have to find out the change. You have to go to the right hand side by 1 unit, and then you have to go down to the C4 by going downwards 2 units. So let's consider about the first part of the function, equal. If you go to, let me write here. If you go from B2 to C4, of course the equal sign will still keep. And then for the dollar sign, you will say it is fixed, because this dollar sign means you fix the place. You don't move together. When copying. When copy and paste. So for this case, you can just basically copy from what you have in B2, so $C. But for the next number, which is 1, because it is going downwards by 2 units, you have 3. And then next, you will have minus, you don't change. And then for this time, you have a $3, which is unchanged. But for the A, you have to change, because from B to C is like A to B. So that should be B. Option A should be the correct answer. Next, for this situation, Herman wants to see how the profit changes according to different numbers participants. Which of the following tools should be used to compare the profit gains in different situations? The answer should be A. Because Scenario Manager is to check different outputs by different situations. Of inputs. Okay, so that means if you want to check different situation, okay, what happens this, what happens that, you will use scenario manager. So the answer should be A. Next, question number 13. You got the table and then they ask you which of the following is the formula of the cell E2, which is here. So you need to get understanding from what is happening in E2. So E2 is a text called USA got over 100 medals. So very most likely USA is referring to the A2. And you can trace to the next few records, CHN, GBR. So you can guess the first place should be equal A2. And then after that, you can see that for every record, no matter which country are you from, you still have the gods, but difference in the next letter word. We have over, we have under. So for this part, maybe you have and then you have the gods, and then keep going with the concatenator operator. You will see what happens next. Over, under, and then the rest of the things is basically the same. 100 medals, 100 medals, 100 medals, 100 medals, 100 medals, okay? So the only changing things is over and under. And let's understand what do you mean by over 100 medals and also what do you mean by under 100 medals. So look at B, C, and D column. So for USA, if you try to do the addition 46 plus 29 plus 29, which is equal to 104, right? This is definitely over 100. But for the last one, for example, France, 11 plus 11 plus 12, which is 35, so you will have less than 100. So for this over or under, this is a if situation. If the B2 to D2, which are the gold, silver, and bronze, you have the addition of them. Oops, I need to have some space. You do the addition of them, sum B2 to D2, right? So if it is greater than 100, so you have over 100 medals, right? This is the true case. And then otherwise, you will have under 100 medals. So this is how we write it out. Okay, so but of course, for this case, I think that option A should be right. Okay, maybe they made a mistake because over 100 means greater than 100. So in this case, A should be the answer. So we don't use equal because equal is not over. So this is a minor mistake from the paper. This is question 13. So next, 14. Which type of chart is most appropriate for displaying the distribution ratio of the students in different residential area? When you see the ratio and you want to use the chart to make the ratio, it should be pie chart. Because for the pie chart, you care about the ratio or proportion, not the number. Okay, so this is the pie chart. So C. Last question, number 15. Ms. Chen uses a spreadsheet to store students' exam marks in column B, so which is talking about this column B. She inputs the following formula in cell C2. and then copy it into C3 to C40. So that means she is going to do the copying procedure. This is the formula. And from here to here, it is they are the copied formula. Okay, so the first one, we have the formula already. Equal if rank B2, comma B2 to B40, comma 1. Okay, so let's get the understanding of this first. 1 means ascending order. So because for column B, it is they are all the numbers. So that means from the lowest to the highest number. Okay, so you're going to do the ranking in a list of ascending order of the exam mark. And you are trying to find out B2, which is Peter's learn exam marks, in these B2 to B40, the whole set of students exam mark. Okay, so you're finding the rank. So that means if your mark is the lowest one, you can understand it this way, the lowest one, you will get rank 1. And if you have the highest mark, you'll get the rank, last one should be 39, because there are 39 students. Okay, so this is the rank function. And here they said the rank is going to compare with the value of 15. You see whether it is less than or equal to 15. So if it is less than or equal to 15, you'll give it a B, otherwise you have the A. So for this case, you will find out which one of the options is best describing the situation of this function. So let's start from the first one, A. To count the number of students who get A or B, so this is wrong. Because if you do the count, you should have the count function, not the sum function or the rank function, okay? So A should be wrong. B, to group the top 15 students into group B, which is wrong because for this case, we are in the ascending order. And we have just mentioned that the top 15 students, their rank should be the least 15, okay? The best 15 students rank the least 15. So this is wrong. And for C, to group the bottom 15 students into group B, which is right, because if you find out the yes, okay, in this case, that means they are going to become the B. And we have the bottom 15 students because by this condition less than or equal to 15, you will see the bottom 15 students, they will get a B in column C. And then D is not correct because sorting will not, we don't need any function when we do the sorting. Okay, basically, so this is the answer for C. So this is the whole paper. The section A, and the next video we are going to talk about the short questions.